Guy Code is a set of rules and regulations embedded into a code of conduct by which a man should live his life.
Guy Code is an unspoken word that is spoken with eyes.
Rules like reciprocating a round of drinks among your friends at the bar, or hidden tips like never wearing jeans to a strip club. Guy will no sabi observe the code. That one, that guy. Welcome to Guy Code. On this episode of Guy Code, we'll be talking about revenge. Should we always forgive? Or are there times when we need to get in the kitchen and whip a meal that is best served cold?
As a businessman, the best form of revenge is success.
We also reevaluate the rules that bind your boy's girl. Are friends' girlfriends totally off limits?
True friends should not stand in the way of other friends' happiness.
What are you talking about, bro?
Reputation. What are the benefits of a good reputation? I mean, is it the same as having street credibility?
Your reputation is your value, what you stand for, what you represent. Your street cred is your ability to not take nonsense.
If she only calls when she's in need, she thinks that you are her ATM.
Because money makes the world go round, man.
But first, talking about people who have done wrong to us. How do we get even? I mean, is revenge an act of punishment or to teach a lesson?
The word revenge would imply that it's something bad. So if somebody does something bad to you, and then you kind of do something bad back to them.
It's some sort of retaliation.
Revenge is simply justice.
If you do something to me, I just have to do back.
We're talking about revenge, like cynical revenge, and I don't think it's okay.
As a businessman, the best form of revenge is success.
Personally, revenge is for personal satisfaction. You know, I can forgive. I don't like to forget. It's really just personal satisfaction.
Sometimes it can be petty and it's actually necessary. Of course, some people, they just keep doing things, forgetting that, hey, see, this is the way it feels like when you do this thing to me. So sometimes you have to show them this is how it feels like.
I would say payback makes the pain go away. Because you feel there's like a sense of satisfaction, you know, that you have after you know that somebody has, you know, suffered for the pain that they inflicted on you.
If we're running the path of revenge with intent, then you're trying to teach the person a lesson. But if you guys are just catching trips, then it's more or less personal satisfaction.
Two wrongs have never made a right. So I need you guys to think it through carefully when revenge comes to mind. Take it easy, all right?
I would say men are more forgiving than women because women tend to like hold, you know, the grudge in their hearts.
I think we act on our feelings. So because you feel like forgiving this person, you just want to forgive. But guys, I think guys, they usually just, you know, it's not about feelings. Their own is fact, you know. So when they put things together, does it make sense? Should I forgive and all that? Women, we don't have time for all that. Once we feel like it, we just forgive, just let go.
We're born that way. It's human nature.
It's a way of self-fulfillment, of saying, yeah, you did me wrong, so now I feel the best way to make myself happy is by retaliating.
You touch my money. I'm sorry, I'm so getting back at you. Don't play with money.
If you mess with my money, you know, I would definitely seek revenge. Help my family, somebody I really care about.
People seek revenge because they feel like that's the best way they can feel good about a situation, by hurting someone else in return.
Some of these guys out here have really gone bananas. I mean, how can cheating be a form of revenge? Are you nuts?
Some people think cheating is a form of revenge, and I'm here to say that cheating is never okay. And that is why, ladies, I'm the perfect candidate for your Man Crush Monday.
Story like Two-Face, nobody holds.
I think it's selfish. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just what you want to do.
Some people are very, very petty, and they feel like, okay, so you did this to me before, I'm gonna get back at you. I'm gonna mess with your best friend. I'm gonna mess with your best friend. I'll do it, and I'll send you the video. That one loud.
Now, here's a tip. If you don't know how social media works, I advise that you get yourself a manual.
If somebody trolls me online, I typically don't, you know, I typically don't answer them. As a professional troll, I literally have made a career off of trolling.
I paid for your school fees to go and learn.
So yeah, on social media, I do clap back sometimes. And when I do, sometimes mix it to, you know, different blogging sites and whatnot. But it's just a catch cruise, you know.
The default comments that people make after you reply or you clap back is, but you're a celebrity now, you should be able to read these things and just let them go. You shouldn't let it get to you. What is celebrity, I beg? Are we not a human being?
For me, it takes a lot of energy to do all that, because once you say something, just expect a reply, and that's how it's going to go on and on and on.
I used to spend days, weeks just plotting my revenge, but I don't do that anymore because I'm like, I don't have the time. I'm busier now. Was it that bad?
I really hope that your album blows, because poverty is not interesting at all.
Is there a hidden guy code about your boy's girlfriend? Trust me, it's safer if you can stop playing those crazy scenarios in your head and find yourself your own girl.
Our friend's girlfriend is absolutely off limits, man. That's guy code, man. Guy code 101.
His girlfriend would be off limits, totally, just as my friend's boyfriend, as a woman, would be off limits.
True friends should not stand in the way of other friends' happiness.
If you don't get out of here now.
If I know who you dated, I can't even date you, because every time I'm with you, I'm just picturing you and the other person.
If it's a total friendship, then I guess, yes, but there has to still be some type of, you know what I'm saying, safeguard limits.
That is honestly a difficult question, because I have this guy whose ex was so hot, and she's smart. I'm serious, true story. And I like, yo, if you break up with this girl, she has to stay within the family. Like, somebody needs to date this babe.
Don't even make eye contact with your guy's girlfriend. Like,
Get on the online dating sites, man. Ask your friends and family, man. Ask your colleagues at work, man. Somebody knows somebody that knows a single girl out there. Come on.
is it acceptable for my homeboy to compliment my girl? Yeah, it's not a problem.
Why should they be doing that? Why? What kind of nonsense is that?
If you know that this guy hasn't told you anything about wifing this person, please don't call her wifey. Leave her alone.
See how she look like sweet tangerine. You know, all this kind of stupid stuff. There's no harm in that. But then, the guy said, you're looking kind of sexy today. Say, what are you talking about, bro?
You should tell me the compliments, because some days I run out of compliments. Give me to give her. Don't give her directly.
It's the manner, you know, in which he compliments my girl that can get him pumped. As a G where I be, OG where I be. Even if my dude is no longer messing with his girl, he doesn't want her no more, and she comes at me and says, you know, I don't like her anymore, you know, I'm still not gonna do it. Because that used to be his girl, you know. It's still the guy code, you know what I'm saying? G code. There are other girls outside now.
No, actually I have one worse. A friend of mine got engaged to my ex-boyfriend. I think that's worse. Because like she's been my friend for many, many years, and you know what? They broke up. And they broke up quite bitterly. And I was so happy. Like, because she had the audacity to even tell me that, you know, it wasn't her fault, like she just fell in love and blah, blah, blah.
So if my friends' ex-boyfriends hit on me and all that, never say never. That's the truth. I mean, in as much as I'm staying here saying, okay, fine, no, Cece, you're not going to do this, you're not going to, who knows, maybe the guy actually is going to be a very hot guy with obliques and all that.
There's some kind of intimacy that it's just not right to go there after that, man. Unless you're a dog.
Depends on the girl. If it's this like girl I spoke about, I'm gonna have a conversation with my man, like, yo, my man, do you want me to be happy in life? Just cause you bought a Benz and it didn't work out, don't mean I can't, you know, I can't take that Benz and turn it into a Rolls Royce, you know, cause she's my choice.
My friend's girlfriend certainly can become my homie, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
What does that even mean? I mean, just like you giving yam to goat to keep. What's that? One day, something will lead to another thing, and next thing you're saying, I don't know when it happened though.
Even most times, you get to find out that you know a girl and your friend likes the girl, and you have to introduce the guy to the girl, and before you know, something happens, a spark, and you know, they just go on and they start dating. So she's still my friend, you know?
You know, I have really close male friends. Like, I have more male friends than I do female friends, to be honest with you. Because I find them easier to like talk to, and I learn a lot from them.
If I'm going to choose someone I'm going to be with, I need to know what his friends are like. I need to be around his friends. I don't think that being friends with them, especially, I mean, if you have a good trust relationship with your boyfriend, I would not really say, oh, they're off limits, because your boyfriends are going to say, oh, don't hang out with your friend, his friends, or don't hang out with my friends. Nah.
I think that's actually the best type of the safest friend zone type of, you know what I'm saying? When your guy's baby is the homie as well. You feel me? So she dey watch ball, she like the hang out, she dey drink beer, she one of the guys.
And trust me, you get all the juices from the friends. Tell you when they are drinking. Perfect. When
they get engaged or they get married or stuff, I just chill. Like, there's no more, pick me up, where are you? Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? You know, none of that anymore, because I'm normally like that with my guy friend.
Guys, you have to shine your eyes, though. Some of these ladies don't look like what you see on Instagram. Their funkified names make the whole thing even more confusing anyway.
Alright, if my homeboy's girlfriend slides into my DM, guy, don't be new thing at all. Don't be new thing, bro. It is up.
My friend's boyfriend opens up to me about his feelings about me. I would be irritated, I think. I would be irritated. I just feel like I would be insulted.
If she's asking to chill, I'm not gonna respond. I'm gonna respond. And if she's persistent, I'm gonna let my boy know, like, yo, see what's in your baby talk.
I'm gonna tell my homeboy, I'm gonna tell him, look, act like you didn't hear anything.
And of course, yes, I would say to her, are you sure you want to be with this guy?
I'll read it, I'll close it back. When you see scene with no response, I've answered you.
I am the one. Still to come on Guy Code, reputation, and she thinks you are an ATM.
How to propose and get the right response. Now, I'll tell you for a fact that you need to be sure 100% inside of your tummy that the answer will be yes. And then if she's a bit old-fashioned, you know, ask her parents before you propose. Guy Code.
Pro tip, how to make your girlfriend feel appreciated. Rule number 1, flowers. Women love flowers. So send her a bouquet of flowers to her office. If you like hot chocolate, hot perfume, don't wait for Valentine's Day. Just do it on any random day and she'll go crazy about that. Number 2, phone calls. Women love it when you check up on them. So listen, call your babe tomorrow at like 2 p.m. when she's at the office because she's not going to pick up. And then call her like 3 to 4 times because when she leaves the office, she's going to look at her phone and see missed calls 3 to 4 times, baby. She'll look at you like, baby, why'd you call me so many times? Be like, listen, baby, I just called to check up on you. You get me? Guy Code.
Welcome back to Guy Code Nigeria, your handbook on how to be a proper Naija guy. You know, the funny thing is, it takes many good deeds to build a good reputation and only one bad deed to lose it all.
Reputation is basically the answer to, do you know who I am? You know who I am.
Your rep is what everyone, you know, knows you for, what you stand for, your principles.
Reputation is all about who you are, what you present. That's it.
In layman's terms, a story that you leave behind about yourself.
Your reputation and your street cred are two different things. Your reputation is your value, what you stand for, what you represent. Your street cred is your ability to not take nonsense.
You should also know when to be humble, when to respect people, but don't let anybody chop your eye. That is it.
If you dey streets now, you say boys won't rob you. But you say, no, Papa, my shit, no, those kind of things. So it's a street cred. Now your reputation could be, oh yeah, this one is a snub, or this one is two different things.
Is it the same thing as street cred? Well, as somebody from the streets of Wakanda, it is the same thing.
How does one build a reputable image?
You can build your reputation by things you say, things you do, the perception people have about you.
Well, when we're in prison, you just typically find the biggest guy and just boom. Then everybody knows your name and they have to respect you.
Your reputation can be built for, you can have spent 10 years working so hard, make one mistake, and it kills all that.
Can you buy rep? Yeah, you can buy rep, but you're known as the guy who, your rep is now the guy who buys rep.
I guess some men for this time would be say, based on the fact that they have money, just the fact that they know that they have money, that's their reputation. And then that has, you know, opened doors for them.
How? I mean, you're who you are. So even if you try to associate to people that have money...
Honestly speaking, I don't think a reputation can be bought. at all. How do you want to buy a reputation? People know what they know. It's as simple as that. You can clean people's memories with money, but you can't, I don't think you can buy a reputation.
People believe like, okay, this guy has money, I don't care how he got it, I don't care what the source is, as long as he has it, that's all that matters.
Talking about building a good reputation online and in our different neighborhoods, should we now fake it to make it?
Benefits of having a good online reputation. First off, loads of Instagram followers or Facebook followers. Then you also get money for sure, because a lot of brands these days, they're looking at your numbers. I really hate that, but it's the business.
Social media is like a public CV that you don't have to pass out, because people are going to come to the CV and go through it.
Yes, indeed. I feel the family reputation is inheritable. Yeah, definitely. If I was to be born into, say, the royal family, what else is there to say?
Yeah, your reputation is definitely inheritable. I mean, think about Femi, Asheon Kuti. You know them as Fela's sons, and they're fantastic artists, you know, in their own rights, but they still will be sons of, you know, Fela.
Unless you're a woman that's going to marry and change her name, as a man, you can't necessarily do anything about your name. The only thing you can change is the course of the reputation of that name.
Having a good family reputation is actually a good and bad thing, because as a guy, if you have a good family reputation, you know, typically who's your father, and you meet the wrong type of girl, she's only around you because of who your daddy is.
Share your papa na senator spending money, yeah, yeah.
I feel like it's choices we have to make. If you have to decide at some point in your life if you want to, you know, continue with the whole family this, family that, or you want to start, you know, building your own reputation.
Mixing the beats with Kelly.
Love me, love my dog. All right, listen, girl, if you feel I'm your ATM, then you better know how to keep the ATM machine working.
What role does money play in relationships? I would be honest and I tell you that today, money is the relationship.
We can't take money out of the relationship for any reason. Fine, love is good, but I feel money is the overhead.
It seems in Nigeria, money plays a huge role in relationships here.
Why? Because money makes the world go round, man. What else do you think?
Especially for the guy. Please have a lot of money. You know why? Because some of the issues that a girl can just bring to you, just like, okay, just slap her with small money now, she'll just be okay, relax and be smiling. So, but if you don't have money, you start talking plenty. Babe, do you know, babe, do you... We don't want story, what we want is money. So when you have a lot of money, that way you can know when to use money to say, please baby, it's okay.
As a woman, as a man, I think you have to also know what you want from the person you're with. And I mean, you get to the point where you know that, oh, I can do X, Y, and Z with this person. But I don't think money is not an important part of a relationship. Those restaurants in Lagos, you have to go there. Who are you going to pay for it? Money.
When you have money, you can suddenly call your girl and say, yo, babe, I want you and your friends to go to France, you know, Paris, to go have a good time. The love go the habole go the boy like this.
A lot of girls just seem to think guys are an ATM, but I feel like sometimes it comes down to the culture. It partly was the fault of our ancestors, the guys, who felt that women should not be educated and empowered and all of that. I don't mind being spoiled by a woman. It does not hurt my pride and ego.
But then if you say you're in love and then you can't even order her pizza, you can't even go to a 5-star restaurant to go eat. My sister, that love will die, yo.
Guy code rule number 1. Find you a girl whose wants don't exceed your supply.
What would I do if she were to keep asking for things I can't afford? I'll just tell her to be patient, you know. I'm not a lazy man. If you can't understand that these things take time, don't be asking me for Bugatti when I'm driving a Peugeot or something.
I tell her I can't afford it. If she's tripping, then she can leave. And one of her friends is gonna look at me and is like, oh, he looks so sad. And she's going to love me. And guess who wins at the end?
If you're dating a girl that always asks for stuff, always wants to buy this, always wants to keep up with trend, it's either she knows that you're not that guy, or you don't start what you can't finish.
But hold on. I mean, what are you doing in a relationship when you don't even have a job? Hey, correct, Baba, no suppose carry last though.
How fat should a man's account be in order to be considered rich in Nigeria? I can't really tell you. I don't really know. In Nigeria now, if you have 1 million, you're a millionaire now.
There are some people that have 500 million in their account. There's some people that have 800 million in their account, and to them, they have not yet reached big boy status because they might be the poorest boys in their circle. So, and there's some people that have 5M in their account and they are the biggest boys in their circle.
30 billion for the account, yo.
I'll say like 10M minimum.
I don't think there's any minimum wage expected from a boyfriend. Because technically, I feel we should build on our relationship. If you believe there's a drive, yeah, we should build from where we have and we both support each other and we're fine.
If he's gonna ask me out, he has to know the kind of person that I am and be able to, cater to me. So yeah.
I can't mention a figure, but then please come correct. Come correct, I beg. Thank you.
It depends on the guy. It depends on how he knows how to manage his money.
What I try to do is follow the words of Jay-Z that says, don't buy anything you can't afford two of.
Best way to know a rich person or wealthy person in Nigeria is by way of investments.
I think it's all relative to, your situation in life, the amount of bills you're dealing with, and the status at which your life is.
What happened?
What do you mean what happened? You didn't see that pot is empty, Nick? Don't ask me any stupid question, no.
Why will you even think about having someone like you want to bring someone else's child to come and suffer with you? What's that one? See, I feel like you have to at least have one very steady source of income where money is coming, even no matter how small. That way, at least you know that. Do you understand? You guys will not come and be soaking Gary up and down.
There are typically money breeds respect in a relationship.
Yes, I feel like a money breeds disrespect in a relationship.
When a man is able to fulfill his obligations as a man, I guess, the woman kind of looks at him in a very respectable way.
What is the meaning of love?
It's better to cry in a Lamborghini than in a keke na pep, they say. Can money buy love?
The truth is, yes, money can buy love in Nigeria. It's not supposed to be so, but then it does. Because you see a girl and she gets married to this guy, no love. Before you know it, she starts loving this guy. The question is how? When did it start?
Can money buy love? I don't think so. It can buy affection. It can buy in a relationship. I don't think it can buy love.
Money cannot buy love. Money can buy facade. Money can buy butterflies. Money can't buy love. Because if money can buy love, then that love should still be there when the money goes.
Some people have like the wrong idea about money anyway. Some people don't care if you're a murderer, if you're a 419, if you're a launderer. And as long as you have money.
I feel like when you're already used to certain things, like good life, the guy is giving you everything. Before you know it, you're not like, okay, the guy is not so bad after all. From there. Next thing, I'm in love with him. The truth is money buys love in this society. It's not supposed to be so.
And now it's time for the Golden Nuggets of Wisdom, which is the ultimate gentleman's code to succeeding and winning at life.
Alright guys, really important, a gentleman must always resolve to live by his own code. And I mean your own code. So find your code, own it, and then live by it. Gentleman's code.
Join us next week to continue your journey to manly greatness.
Do slay queens make social media a more interesting place? Absolutely. It's not okay for guys to have a spec. Or, well, you can, but don't say it out.
Some guys like really tall and slender girls.
See you next time for more lessons on Guy Code, Ninja style. Powered by Gulda.